And our next main topic, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse revealed another new poster and revealed an army of Spider-Men and Spider-Women across the Spider-Verse. No pun intended. One of the Spider-Men that have a lot of 90s fans buzzing, including myself, is a character that has been hinted at in some of the concept art and by the directors themselves. And that character, of course, is Ben Riley, the Scarlet Spider, as well as many other very iconic, recognizable faces from the comics and other series. We, of course, got our first teaser trailer not too long ago. We know the Spot is going to be a multiverse-type villain. There might be a Spider Civil War of some sort going on. Spider-Man Beyond might be the villain, according to some reports. So much to talk about and more. Eleanor, what are some of the things you liked about the first film, and what are you excited about this upcoming installment?
Well, I really liked the animation style in the first film, and I'm glad that we're going to see more of that. And also, I loved the wacky spider characters that they brought into the universe. All of them had their own different personalities and their own way of being Spider-Man, but all were uniquely Spider-Man or Spider-Woman. They were all uniquely that character, but just in different ways. And so I can't wait to see how they expand upon that, because I'm sure they're going to add even more into it. We're going to see more spider people. And so I'm excited.
More.
I'm excited to see how many of them are out there and how all of them are getting into this Spider-Verse. Like, how are the spider people so easily going across multiverses, but Doctor Strange can't do it, and that's his whole shtick.
I'm sure the Spot is going to have a large part of that, since he's a multiversal type villain. And
probably. He's like, I connected you,
there's
spider
a lot
people.
of theories and reports out there on how that's going to happen. But yeah, I loved the first movie. I mean, Into the Spider-Verse was not a film that I at all had any hope or expectations for. I did not think it looked good in the trailers. None of the trailers sold it to me. The animation was off-putting. The soundtrack was off-putting. I was totally in the minority. And when I finally did sit down and watch it, it was an absolute delight. I totally missed the opportunity to see it in theaters. That will not be the case for this one.
We will definitely see this one.
Just seeing the first movie, it sold me on the sequels. But now that I've seen the trailer and some posters, I was jumping over the moon. And then you threw Ben Riley in my face, and you got me a little fanboying. Because
he really did squeal across the house.
Scarlet Spider, baby, is coming to theaters near you. All right? If you don't got your tickets cooking and your money saving already, I don't know what you're doing, Spidey fans. Let's get it. This is going to be amazing. And one thing I was really skeptical about, one thing I was really kind of worried about, I guess, was whether or not we were going to get an actual Peter Parker in this movie. I was interested. It was, I don't think they need to have a Peter Parker, because it's definitely Miles' movie and Gwen for sure. But the addition of Peter B. Parker and Miles' relationship to some degree should be showcased in this movie, I think, just because that relationship was so awesome and interesting in the first film. So I'd love to see more of that. But if that means less screen time for my boy Ben Riley, who's probably not going to have a whole lot of screen time, let's be honest. They're going to have a lot more for Spider-Man Beyond, Oscar Isaac, of course, and I'm super excited to see that. It looks amazing. Reports that he might be playing the villain, or that Spider-Man Beyond might be acting as a villain.
I could see that.
Now, those are just rumors, so take that with a huge grain of salt. But it did look like there was some conflict in the trailer for sure, and it might just be some people jumping to conclusions.
Right.
But it would be really cool
to have swinging their way into conclusions.
Oh, that's just bad. That's just bad. But what would you think of an Into the Spider-Verse movie, or Across the Spider-Verse movie, excuse me, not only having the Spot as a villain, but an actual Spider-Man as a villain, potentially?
Well, I think it would be interesting, and it'd be definitely a different take on it, because I think we've seen a lot of spider villains.
Green Goblins, Doc Ock.
Yeah. Venom, Sandman, all sorts of people. We've seen them. So I think it would be interesting to see Spider-Man himself as a villain, I have never, I'm sure it's in the comics somewhere. I'm not a comic, expert, but I'm sure it's out there and I've never seen it. But I would love to see it. I would love to see an evil Spider-Man. It would kind of be like almost like that Justice League. I don't remember which one where they're on the other planet and all of the Justice League members are bad.
The Justice Lords.
Yes, because their Flash died. So I feel like it would be something like that. It would have that kind of feel where you're like, well, this is heartbreaking because my childhood characters are turning against me. So I have a feeling it would feel the same way with Spider-Man, and I'm pretty stoked for that. And when I saw the trailers, like, it looks like a fun time. It's got lots of colors and beautiful things about it, so I'm excited to see it. And I love Spider-Man, so I'm here for it.
Not only was I surprised that I actually liked this tiny little teaser. It's not a whole lot of the story, so we're still just kind of speculating. And yeah, there's some confirmations out there, and there's some reports and rumors, of course. But part of the fun is totally speculating, right?
Right.
And all we can do is really speculate from the first teaser. And
we all just sit here, rub our hands together, and we're like, yes.
This is going to be Oscar Isaac's third comic book movie role. And I just think it's great.
I know he's like
superhero
jumping
role,
across.
I should say.
Yeah, he's jumping across like the MCU. I guess
It's all
like,
Marvel.
Yeah,
it's all
he's
Marvel.
jumping across Marvel like it's hopscotch, just like over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. And I'm like, dude, hop into DC already. We're ready.
But guys, what do you think about some of these rumors, theories, speculation regarding Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? And are you excited for it? How did you feel about Into the Spider-Verse? Were you skeptical like me, or were you on board from the start? We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the upcoming film. And of course, what do you think about Scarlet Spider? You better be on board.